A brand new day greetings from here. This is the Solvent Talk, formerly known at the Moment of Motivation, with Joel Kayode. And here, all we do is to talk answers on how to forge ahead on various aspects of life in order to live effectively. So please feel welcome. Let me welcome you to today's episode in the words of Charlie Jones. He said, "You will be the same person in 5 years as you are, except for the people you meet and the books you read." With that in mind, let's discuss what has been captioned, unless you change. Unless you change. Dear friend, just like the previous months, the month of September has turned into October. And just because the 30th of September is now the 8th day of October, doesn't literally mean that you have actually moved in the affairs of life. In fact, some folks are actually as far back as October 2020 in their realm of life. But why? You may want to ask. Dear friend, the answer is not far-fetched. Just a change in the calendar date doesn't translate to a change of life. My dear friend, while dates or a calendar is a general denominator or a train in which we all travels, the fact is that we are all on different coaches. Each individual is on his or her own trajectory. Your path of life is unique to you and different. Therefore, to live by the general norms could be a bane to a fulfilled life. Just think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, have you wondered why two individuals in the same industry, in the same economic environment, yet one is thriving with his career and the other struggles? But why, Jkay? What is the logic that warrants such disparity? Dear friend, the answer is not far-fetched. It's because success has a pattern. There are principles and laws that produce successful results in any industry. And unless you embrace such change of your modus operandi, you will always have static results year in, year out. The simplest way to view this is an advert of two food vendors I saw on the TV some years back, where one usually have foodies on queue waiting for their turn to be served in a restaurant, but the other food vendor always have scanty customers in her restaurants. So after some times, the owner of the food vendor with scanty customers took the bull by the horns and confronted the other with ever-waiting customers about what a secret is. Then she was introduced to her soup recipe, especially the seasonings she uses. Now, as this food vendor embraced change and switched to these new recipes and seasoning she had just been introduced to, there was a change of result. Her customers responded positively. Now, she too started having customers queuing in her restaurant simply because she embraced change. Ladies and gentlemen, this is to let you into the fact that change is inevitable, which means your strategy that worked in 2023 may have actually become obsolete by now. And that was the lot of that woman I talked about in my example. She kept to her old recipes, snubbing change until she was forced to accept the new realities. Ladies and gentlemen, in what area of life do you fit into the description of this woman? I mean, in what area of life or profession are you adamant and snubbing changes? The same attitude that you exhibited that made your last two relationships to flop is what you are still putting up, yet you are expecting a positive result. With your candy financial mentality, that makes you equate spending with happiness and get you broke over the year is still the same software that is running your finances, yet you are fasting and praying for financial breakthrough. Your non-diligent modus operandi towards your job or career is the bane why you are not advancing, yet you refuse to change, but expecting a favorable result. If I may tell you, that is self-delusional. Even the books of life says, God cannot be mocked, for whatsoever a man sowed, the same he shall reap. This means your prayers or wishful thinking won't change the laws of success. Your heart of a little sleeping, a little folding of hands to rest, rather than being diligent, would only make you susceptible to poverty. My dear friend, that was meant to bust your myths about success. It's more about principle of sowing and reaping and less of prayers. There are divine automation of laws and principles that guides every resort. Just think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, how have your resort been so far? Is it enviable or pitiable? Is it a thriving or a struggling career? What about your relationship? Is it blissful or troublesome? If you examine your financial life, are you soaring? If you know what I mean by that, how has it been different from the years past? Dear friend, unless you change your resort in these spheres of life and every other area you are aiming for better result will remain the same. Just like Henry Ford said, only an insane keeps doing the same thing in the same way again and again and expecting different results. Dear friend, if you wouldn't like to fit into that definition, then you've got to change. And change starts from renewing your mind, because as within, so without. Setting your transformation in place start from subjecting your mind to information that is relevant to your aims and the kind of result that you desire. The book you read, the courses, programs, and trainings you attend are all sources of transformation into your mind. Secondly, the kind of people you relate with on a daily basis are another sources of information into your mind. The ideas they shared with you, their beliefs and lifestyle all have influence of no small measure on what you turn out to be. So beware of your environment. Finally, never forget this fact. Until you change, nothing changes. Until you walk your dreams, they remain nothing but an idea that has no tangible influence on your life. Dear friend, it's time to embrace change if you are to transverse your results beyond the present experience. And that is the Solvent Talk for this week. But before drawing the curtains on today's episode, let me conclude the same way I started, with the words of Charlie Jones that said, "You will be the same person you are in 5 years, except for the people you meet and the books you read." So what are books? Books are written documents with information on a specific subject to help you achieve a specific result. But in these modern days, there are various mediums in which information are being captured beside the traditional books, such as ebooks, virtual courses, and programs. Even virtual universities are now all over the place. Now, you have no tenable excuses not to embrace change that will bring about your life transformation. Like Charlie Jones said, it all starts by transforming your mind. Now, I said that to invite you to join LIFESKUL Virtual Academy, our online educational site that fosters professional and personal success accomplishment with our courses and programs that enhance personal reinvention, career peak performances, and effective living. So get enrolled today for the last quarter admission by clicking on the link below this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment, and share this insight with everyone you are rooting for their greatness. So until I come your way by next week, I say cheers to a great life.